So now we are ready to determine our total debt service. Before we go on to determine our depreciation balances and cash tax payable. So in this case, we have to reference our total debt service to our total levered cost. Remember that we had that space unattended to. So we had this year, we still had to walk through the model before we were able to get the principal and the interest. So we are taking into account the average of the principal and the interest as an account for the total debt service just for the first year. So we account for those two amounts. Then we divide it by 2 because we are taking an average of the amount that will be included in the total debt service, or the maximum sizing of capex. So we have that amount there, which will later on flow through our model. We can scroll all the way down. And then the next thing we want to do here is to determine our debt service coverage ratio for both the P50 and the P99. In this case, it's going to be based on EBITDA. Remember, our debt service coverage ratio is EBITDA divided by the principal and the interest. So how much earnings is this project generating to cover up for its principal and interest? So we will grab the P50 EBITDA and the P99. Take the number and then we divide it by the sum of the principal and the interest. We press enter, and then we do the same thing for the P99. It's going to be equal to the EBITDA here divided by the sum of the principal and the interest. We have the number there in place. We can now take this, copy this all the way to the end of our model, or ESF, paste there as formulas. Then the next thing we want to do is to insert an if error. If error, make all of our errors there clean. So if error, give us a blank, close the bracket, we'll press enter. Do the same thing for the P99. If error, give us a blank, and click this to copy it, or ESF, this is formulas. As you can see, over the period of time, we are within the range of our debt service amount. So this particular project is able to cover, even in the worst case for its P99, it's able to cover at least 1.13 times the total debt service amount. And for the P50, it's able to meet up still exactly with the covenant of 1.3 times over the years. So that's exactly what we are doing here. So now we are now ready to determine our depreciation balances and cash taxes payable. So we're gonna be doing that here. So for us to do this, the first thing we have to do is to account for the capital expenditures that will be depreciating over time as allowed by the capital cost allowance. So we're gonna be doing that in the next video.